Have you ever wondered about the end of times? What does the final chapter of humanity's story look like according to the ancient texts? Today, we're going to probe into these profound questions, turning our gaze towards the rich tapestry of end times prophecies. One of the most fascinating sources of these prophecies comes from the Book of Revelation, the final installment of the Christian New Testament. So fasten your seatbelts as we delve into the Book of Revelation to comprehend these prophecies. The Book of Revelation, a profound text filled with symbols and prophecies, stands as the finale of God's divine plan for humanity. Penned by the Apostle John during his exile on the island of Patmos, this book offers a series of visions and prophecies, each carrying significant meaning. Delving into the heart of Revelation, we encounter a triad of symbols: seals, trumpets, and bowls. These aren't merely decorative elements, but rather, they form a structured framework within Revelation, unveiling a sequence of divine events and judgments. Each of these symbols contributes to the grand narrative of divine justice and the ultimate restoration of creation. Let's start with the seals. The breaking of the 7 seals represents the initiation of God's judgment on the earth, disclosing aspects of his divine plan. These include conquest, war, famine, and death. The opening of these seals sets the stage for the subsequent visionary sequences. Then, we have the trumpets. The sounding of the 7 trumpets introduces additional layers of divine judgments. These catastrophic events impact both the natural world and humanity, escalating the intensity of God's intervention and signaling the impending climax of human history. Finally, we reach the bowls. The pouring out of the 7 bowls in the latter part of Revelation marks the culmination of God's wrath. These intense and final judgments depict cosmic upheaval and divine retribution. Understanding these symbols requires us to consider their cultural and historical context. John wrote during a period of intense Roman persecution of Christians. His symbols conveyed hidden meanings to the persecuted community, offering hope and assurance of God's ultimate triumph over evil. Furthermore, the symbols in Revelation find their roots in the rich tapestry of Old Testament prophecies. The imagery of beasts, dragons, and heavenly visions draws heavily from books like Daniel, Ezekiel, and Isaiah. The symbolic language in Revelation transcends mere allegory. It unveils profound spiritual truths and cosmic realities. The struggle between good and evil, the triumph of God's justice, and the establishment of a new heaven and earth are encapsulated in these symbols. Each symbol, each vision in the Book of Revelation carries a profound meaning, contributing to the grand narrative of divine justice and the ultimate restoration of creation. To truly grasp the depth of Revelation's apocalyptic language, we need to understand its cultural and historical context, as well as its roots in the Old Testament prophecies. Let's start with the cultural and historical context. The author, John, wrote the book during a period of intense Roman persecution of Christians. The symbols he employed conveyed hidden meanings to the persecuted community, offering hope, encouragement, and assurance of God's ultimate triumph over evil. For instance, the imagery of seals, trumpets, and bowls serves as a structured framework within Revelation, unveiling a sequence of divine events and judgments. These symbols are not merely ornamental, but carry deep theological significance, representing God's unfolding plan for judgment, redemption, and the ultimate restoration of creation. Now let's delve into the Old Testament roots. The symbols in Revelation find their roots in the rich tapestry of Old Testament prophecies. The use of imagery such as beasts, dragons, and heavenly visions draws heavily from books like Daniel, Ezekiel, and Isaiah. For instance, the breaking of the 7 seals in Revelation echoes the opening of the scroll in the book of Daniel, initiating a series of divine judgments. Likewise, the 7 trumpets and 7 bowls also echo Old Testament prophecies, introducing catastrophic events and representing the culmination of God's wrath respectively. Understanding these connections helps us interpret the symbols in Revelation. For example, the 7 bowls, poured out in the latter part of Revelation, represent the culmination of God's wrath. These intense and final judgments depict cosmic upheaval and divine retribution, contributing to the overall narrative of God's justice and the purification of creation. So, the symbols in Revelation are more than meets the eye. They're a code, a language that reveals profound spiritual truths and cosmic realities. They encapsulate the struggle between good and evil, the triumph of God's justice, and the establishment of a new heaven and earth. In essence, the symbols in Revelation are not mere allegory. They unveil profound spiritual truths and cosmic realities, encapsulating the struggle between good and evil, the triumph of God's justice, and the establishment of a new heaven and earth. In the face of all these prophecies and symbols, what should be our take on the end times? As we delve into the book of Revelation, we are beckoned to contemplate on the profound spiritual truths and cosmic realities it unveils. This is not a call to fear, but an invitation to understanding and faith. As we ponder upon these prophecies, we are invited to reflect on the ultimate triumph of good over evil, God's justice, and the promise of a new heaven and earth. Thank you for watching Glorious Tube channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share, and press the notification button.